Hey, and welcome to my weekly video. I'm a day late this week because I'm doing a little more complicated video and I wanted to make sure I was sort of ready to do it. I'm going to tell you a little about my story, why I'm in Younique and why I'm selling makeup for half my living. I'm doing this as my second job. I want to start the story by saying that I'm a traumatic brain injury survivor, and I say that because it's really shaped my life and the person that I've become in ways I can't even begin to explain. My story starts here. All these indescribables, the path to set me on, I survived a head injury. The healing process perhaps made me a better, more complete person than I would have been without it. It was horrible, completely screwed up my life, but it's really essential to who I became. So, of course, I didn't get into network marketing right away. Nobody does. It's something you kind of find as you go on your way. And I'm in my later 20s. I did what all the kind of good kids did. I went to college. I studied something that I was really passionate about. It was so the thing to do. Don't think about your career, think about what you want to study. So I spent some time educating myself. I loved every minute. It was fantastic, but I had a breakdown in my junior year, in the spring of my junior year. It really hit me that I had not acquired any marketable skills. It was great. Education was great, but what the hell was I going to do? How was I going to get a job? I kind of was figuring, I need to get one of those white collar jobs that are socially acceptable and really make it possible for you to have sort of a nice, stable lifestyle, whatever. That's what society seems to think. So, that's kind of what I figured. This breakdown led me to pursue a second degree in one of those sort of white collar career options. And, I liked it. I had fun with it. I pursued it diligently. I worked in the field for a while. I was happy enough. I enjoyed the job. I achieved some pretty good successes. I really believed in what I was doing. But at the end of the day, I was really unfulfilled. I've got the kind of mind that if I work really hard at something, I can enjoy it. I can make myself pretty good, good enough. But I had minimal natural talent at my chosen field. During the degree, during that second degree, I had my first personal exposure to network marketing. Not through Younique. I don't think Younique had been founded yet, but through another cosmetic company. And I was sort of intrigued by it. I love people. I love to connect people. I was working selling clothes at the time, and I always felt that cosmetics and fashion, really fun way to connect people to help women feel more confident and beautiful, because they are. And it's, in the world we live in, it's really hard to achieve the ideal. And I thought it was a great idea. So I listened to their pitch, and I was a little appalled at the buy-in requirements and the need to constantly have stock on hand and to always be throwing parties, in-home parties. I lived a bunch of different places at this time. And, I didn't know if or when I'd be settling down, or where, for that matter. And the idea of sort of negatively impacting my social groups when I was going to be often, like, at this point, I'd been just starting social groups. And then, the way people are with network marketing, say, ooh, it's one of those get-rich-quick schemes, pyramid scheme, and they get that bad taste in their mouth. I don't need that. When I'm going to be possibly still settling around and still moving, I didn't want to be doing that kind of a thing. And have to do in-home parties is a lot more difficult. So I thought about it. I just didn't think it was the right choice for me at the time. I do like the idea, though, of business like this, where you're connecting people and forming relationships, because forming relationships is really important to me. So I ended up really lucky. My entire life I've loved animals, loved training animals, especially horses. It's something I'm actually kind of good at. And through really lucky social networking, mostly through Facebook, I found my perfect job. I work at a private farm as the horse trainer. It suits me like perfectly. I get the physical benefits of a blue collar farm job and the social benefits of a white collar desk job, because I'm both managing the animals and people, and I'm gotta go be outside and take care of them, but I also have to then do all the communication stuff, which is really fun. I love it. I'm surrounded by these magnificent creatures and these people who think about horses the same way I do, and it's so much fun. It hit me after I've been there for a few months that the job I have with horses, and really every other job that I've been in and all jobs that I've really seen, they're all networking jobs. Horses, we have this whole network of the buyers and the sellers, the riders and the trainers, show communities, registration communities, the list goes on. We use the social networking, the word of mouth, the relationship building techniques in order to match the horse to its perfect rider, or the rider to its perfect trainer, and all that kind of stuff. more so than a desk job where you might have a higher up who's making those contacts or supplying you with those people. We have to kind of be doing it proactively. But even there, social networking is really like not internet social networking, but like face to face social networking. Really important. Parties, at meetings, at conferences, you got to know who you are because there's 100,000 other people out there who could be replacing you in your job. And often it's who you know and how well you can make those connections. So was thinking about it, not about like the social networking, but that kind of stuff. It hit me, and one of my closest friends approached me about Younique. It just kind of felt like a no-brainer. I would love to be making a little more money because who doesn't these days? And I love cosmetics and fashion. I love networking. I love meeting people. And it really was nice because there's a minimal buy-in, no required monthly purchases, nothing insane. Just sort of this atmosphere of community instead of the atmosphere of competition. There's no working yourself to the bone to stay ahead. It's really people seeking to help each other out and get better together. I learned about psychology a lot, especially from working with animals. When you're working with a horse, the relationship is critical. You're in a constant state of communication, each partner testing each other out, asking about movements or destinations, sharing the things they learn about each other with each other, growing as a pair, and then going on teaching other people. Horses teaching new riders, riding teaching other horses. People are really no different at their core. We constantly are in communication, through facial stuff, through gestures, through tone, and we should be constantly in communication, discussing ideas, sharing new knowledge, reaching out to share what we know with new people. I really love Younique. I've now been with the company for a few months. I was won over by the products almost immediately. They're fantastic. I have sensitive skin, everything. It's just amazing. I got the kit, tried everything out, and it's just amazing. But more importantly, the community wins me over every single day. I work part-time, and my goal is to earn enough extra income to pay for my student loans for that white-collar job that I no longer have. Younique has not failed me yet. I'm able to make my loans every month, which is really important to me. Absolute favorite part, though, is that I've met so many sweet, smart, funny, amazing people, and every single day I meet more. And I'd love to meet you too. If you're watching this video and you might be interested, I've got an Instagram, I've got a Twitter, I've got a Facebook. The links are in the description of this video. Please feel free to message me. Say hi. Say anything. Hey, you're crazy. You got silly videos. Or, hey, that lipstick is too dark for you. Should be doing something else. Like anything. I don't care. Come and say hi. I'd love to share some of my favorite products with you. I'd love to help you feel as validated, uplifted, empowered, and beautiful as I do. I hope you have a really great day, and I'll talk to you later.